Okay people, it seems as though we are getting introduced into the Black Clover world. Power levels, power scaling, power levels. A lot of people I'm sure might feel different ways about this, and it's not the conventional normal way that a lot of series have done. You know, obviously it's a trope, obviously it's possibly, you could argue, a cliche to add in power levels to a series, but we have some sort of power scale system now in Black Clover based on chapter 226 that we just got. And we're going to talk about all that. A lot of things going down. The battles are getting intense in the Heart Kingdom. And Asta and company, they going in. Let's talk about that Black Clover greatness. No matter how you move, get it done. No matter how you move, get it done. So yes, people, one of the things about this chapter that I felt was very important and integral to what's going on with this arc is we got the introduction to kind of a power scale. Now, it seems as though it's like a mix of, in a way, like power level systems that we've had, of course, in the past, but more simplified because it's a 0 through 9, basically scaling wise. It's basically 0 is the strongest, 9 is the weakest. So you take mix and match. Like that reminds me of the scaling system that we had in Bleach, but that was just per character. There was the 9 Espada and the 10th Espada that turned out to be the 0 Espada, you know, all of that trolling stuff, which I really hope they don't do that with this one. But it seems as though that's the scaling system that we have, but it's not just for one character per level like, you know, what Bleach did. This is the scale that they're using in general for the power. But I also have an opinion on that as well, as far as the way, based on what Gaja was saying and how he was labeling certain characters on their power level. And there's something to be said regarding the Heart Kingdom, but let's talk from the top and then we'll get to that point. So the chapter kicks off from where the last one left off. Gaja's going up against Noel, and Gaja, he's looking pretty damn formidable. I mean, at the end of the day, mind you, he's fighting, you know, it's not like he's fighting a captain or whatever. And if Gaja is up there power-wise, like, you know, if the princess has him as like one of her right-hand men or something like that, then you got to think, well, how strong is Gaja? Because like, would a captain from, you know, let's just say the Clover Kingdom, would one of the captains have trouble fighting against these three? I mean, the Black Bulls, one of the things that has always been shown time and time again with them is that even though they're ranked the bottom of the barrel, so to speak, of the kingdom, they always surpass limitations. They're a lot stronger than what people give them credit for. So you gotta argue that. But Gaja going up against them, and mind you, he's also continuously already, this is, I want to say, the second time where he was like, oh, I should show you my real power. You know, I was just messing around. I was going easy on you. This chapter he says that again, but it definitely showcases either Gaja's power level, especially depending on what his ranking is in this world, or in this kingdom, shall I say, compared to the Black Bulls and how strong they really are. Because when Noel is able to dodge one of his attacks using her armor, you know, her, I was gonna say plot armor, but you know, her ability, he immediately says, oh, as expected of a level 1. Now, you gotta look right here, and this is where immediately let's jump into why I feel as though the Heart Kingdom isn't that strong, minus maybe the princess. And even the princesses could just be based off rumors of what they said about her strength being able to take on all of the knights of the Clover Kingdom. Because if Noel is a level 1, mind you, Noel is strong, right? Her dragon, water dragon roll, all of that very powerful techniques. In comparison to, you know, it's not like she would be able to take out, well, it's possible, but compared to a magic knight captain in the Clover Kingdom, Noel isn't that strong, right? So if 0 is the top, which 0 I'm imagining would be the status of like a wizard king, right? It's not like the wizard king and the captains are all going to be in the 0 thing. They're probably going to be 0, and then, you know, the way they're introducing the system in general, it feels as though either the Heart Kingdom just really isn't as strong as the Clover Kingdom, or it's just messy. Because if anything, the way I would have set up the power scaling is, especially to showcase that there's bigger and stronger threats in this kingdom, is Noel probably should have been maybe like a 3 or 4, which would leave room for 2, 1, and then of course 0 being like the leader, having that power. And that's the way I feel as though it would have been more appropriate. But again, this also could just be showcasing that the Heart Kingdom ain't all that strong. If you're putting Noel on the second highest ranking, only right under 0, then that means that, you know what I'm saying, like, cause come on, like, so what, Yami is 0, and then what would that make Julius? You get what I'm saying? I feel as though it's showcasing that probably the Heart Kingdom ain't really all that in a bag of chips. It just ain't, because if Noelle, level 1, don't get me wrong, I love Noelle, strong as hell. You know, her family ties from the House of Silver and stuff like that, you know, really, really strong. But still, to say number 1 on this power scaling, it kind of already makes me feel like throw that shit away if unless it's the Heart Kingdom that they're just that weak. And we see that at the end of the day, Black Bulls ain't playing, baby. Like, Gaja, he's strong. He even has magic spells that could basically, you could set it to follow you until it hits you or whatever. But you see them teaming up together, which love the showcase of teamwork, where Finral shows up and reflects the attack back and, you know, teleports it back or whatever. Like, definitely pulling out all the stops immediately. Like, this battle, it's crazy. Like, we just got to the Heart Kingdom and the battle already ensued last week, and this week is going even further. And Gaja says a remark where he says, Mimosa has also surpassed level 3, which again, a level 3 is quite a few ways away from, you know, the top is, you know, 0, 1, 2, and 3. So he's probably saying that she's around a 2 or 1 as well. So that makes me wonder, is Gaja, like, if he's going up against Noelle, right, and he seemingly is stronger than Noelle, they're having to triple, quadruple team this dude, then what would that leave Gaja? Is he considered a level 0 according to their power scaling? And again, if that's the case, then what would Yami be? 0 to the 3rd power? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just keep on comparing it to the captains of the Clover Kingdom. Like, you know, even Jack the Ripper or any of those people. Like, they will probably body Gaja. So again, their power scaling is based on the people that they have in the Heart Kingdom, and that just shows right there the Heart Kingdom ain't that strong. Possibly the princess is the only thing that is carrying this kingdom on her back, and that's why it's so vital that whatever's going on with her, they need this demon that's within Asta to help save them or whatever the case may be. Because again, last chapter, Gaja said like, oh man, you know, we don't know the future right now because whatever's going on. So again, this chapter, a lot of it is making me believe that unless there's just a ton of people that are 0, maybe Gaja is just like a cream of the crop level 1, and then level 0 there's a bunch of them. Heart Kingdom is probably just a weaker kingdom than the Clover Kingdom, and they don't even realize it. Remember, they're neutral. They kind of stay out of everything. So how much insight are they going to have into the other kingdoms to begin with to be able to use that power scale system? But I ain't gonna lie, it is kind of dope to see Gaja. It seems as though he's absorbing mana from nature and whatnot. Like, I really like his elemental use, and, you know, he's with the lightning, and it seems as though, again, the princess being very crucial to this kingdom is possibly lending this energy. If he's getting the mana from nature, either it's his magical ability that he's able to get it, or again, it's because the princess just has so much mana that like, okay, I need some right now, let me have some. And then we cut back to Asta fighting a bunch of suits of armor. Last chapter, it was just like we see one that was approaching him. This one, he's going up against all of them, and it seems as though that's part of the magic spell that this water princess, whatever, which we'll get into exactly what it is in a second, is capable of doing, because he's using his negate sword and just kind of making them all disperse. So it seems as though like that suit of armor is just a representation of, like, you know, the knights, which it could very well mean that, and even further going, that Heart Kingdom is weak. Like, if that is the princess inside that water with this elemental water thing, then, and she's using these clones of suits of armor as like knights to protect her, where would be all the magic knight captains of the Heart Kingdom besides Gaja? Maybe there's not much left. Maybe they have some crisis that's going on in the Heart Kingdom, or they just, again, as I've been saying throughout this video, they're not that strong. They ain't that tough. They don't got the juice. And in continuing as well, they want Asta, whatever it is, whether they want his grimoire, whether they want his ability to negate magic, they say, or the elemental, water elemental says, hey, that would be useful, and then it introduces itself as one of the 4 great elementals, Undine, which I like the name Undine. That's a total me thing. Undine from Claymore, really awesome character. But anyway, I digress. Let's continue. And it seems as though this elemental formed a pact with the princess, which kind of makes me again wonder, could that very well be a demon? Could these 4 elementals be, maybe there's a water demon, maybe there's a, you know, a lightning demon or something like that, and this is again one of the elementals that formed this pact. Because if you go back a couple chapters when they were getting more into like these curses or whatever, it's you make a pact with this devil to get, or you know, one of these demons, devils, whatever, to get some power. Maybe that's what this water elemental was referring to regarding making a pact with the princess, is that again, maybe the princess is cursed and she's trying to get Asta's demon to clear whatever, because if she is integral and crucial to the survival of the Heart Kingdom, they're gonna try to do anything at all costs to save her. And they start talking crap that Asta's below level 9, he don't got no magic, like, and you know, they start again breaking down this power scaling system that 0 is the strongest, 9 is the weakest, essentially. I'm like, First of all, you're mistaken, and this is probably why the Clover Kingdom got hip to a long time ago. Like, if you think about it, how many people that were way weaker than the people stronger than them and still came out on top? So a power scaling system that is flawed like that, just giving numbers based on, looking at their ability, is not like, a power scaling, like power levels in Dragon Ball Z, where you use a scouter that actually gets some type of read, or them being able to sense somebody's power level, stuff like that. It doesn't seem as though it's that on the mark. It's more so like, hey, you're level 2, you're level 1, which again, if Noelle's level 1, she's only one level under the strongest. That doesn't show that they have strength there. And I love the way Tabata made this one crucial. We got on one, and he keeps cutting back and forth between the two fights, and normally I'm not a big fan of that. I don't really like when, just focus on one battle, but the way it was done, it made me, honestly, I was getting anxious reading the chapter. I'm like, yo, what's going on? Because you got Asta drowning, and then it cuts back to Gaja freaking pulling lightning bolts out the sky and shit. I'm like, what the heck is going on? But again, typical shonen cliche stuff, not cliche, but they used a lot of teamwork in this one. While when Gaja is about to, he basically drops a lightning bolt, and he's like, what's going on? Again, they use teamwork to teleport away, and using, I guess, which is interesting because Mimosa's from the Golden Dawn, but it seems as though her and Finral kind of used both of their magics to be able to teleport away, and then again bust down Gaja, which Noelle with that water dragon raw. I love it. Yeah, if this is what the Heart Kingdom has to offer, give that level 1 to Noelle, because Gaja, he started off looking beast, and he still might have some strength, but come on, man. You think one of the Magic Knight captains of the Clover Kingdom is going to get psyched out by Noelle like that, even if a couple of Black Bulls try to jump one of them? Come on. Yeah. That's just not gonna happen. Fuegoleon would not go down like that. Even though he has essentially a weaker element to Noelle, Fuegoleon wouldn't go down like that. Yami wouldn't go down like that. Gaja, I'm wondering really. The Heart Kingdom's power level is in question at the moment, because if we're using that on a worldwide scale, depending on the way they're using it, they would actually fall right now to me on a level 3 or 4 as a whole, if Gaja is the best they have to offer. Not that's been said. He could just be like, when you walk into a store like a Walmart, he could just be the greeter, and there could just be a whole bunch of level 0s that are just incredibly strong there. And then at the same time, after we cut back from, Gaja getting wrecked, and we got Nero showing up, and Nero helps break the binds that Asta's in there, drowning with the handcuffs or whatever. Honestly, this chapter, the action, the intensity, it had me on edge and everything, and it brought forth a lot more information, a lot of questions at the same time regarding just what the Heart Kingdom has to offer. Why are they after Asta? Still hasn't been answered, but it just showed, like, as far as at the very least, this guy Gaja, he ain't all that. Noelle and them were able to take him down. Also, Asta, he kind of figured it out pretty quick using Nero how to get out of this bind. And then Asta pretty much figures out, okay, there's somebody within the elemental, which is probably the princess, and he's slicing through. He's about to probably get to the princess, if that is indeed her. Overall chapter, again, like I said, it seems as though it's saying a lot why the Heart Kingdom wants Asta's power so bad. Again, either they want to get rid of this water elemental, maybe there's a reason why they don't have that much people over there, because again, we haven't really seen people like that, you know what I'm saying? Now, mind you, Mimosa has been here before, so she knows that there's people and there's a lot of technology, but in terms of credible warriors, if Gaja's one of the best they have to offer, and he's like a level 1 or beyond, I don't know, unless he's giving them the easy win and he actually isn't really losing, and he reveals that in a chapter 2, which I highly doubt that. Hopefully the princess is level 0, but even if she's level 0, if she's level 0 and Asta and Nero were able to work together to break down to, what does that make Asta when they're trying to talk shit just because he doesn't have magic that he's a level 9 or below level 9? Like, yeah, Heart Kingdom, very, very telling. This is why I say that I think the Nation of Spade is going to be the true, I guess, long arc that we're headed towards, where Asta's trying to find the, demons and whatnot. I don't think that this arc in particular with the Heart Kingdom is going to give much, because it don't look like the Heart Kingdom has much to offer in terms of power scaling. Curious what you guys thought about this chapter though. How did you feel about the introduction to this power scaling of 0 through 9? Do you think it was a little ridiculous that they're saying Noelle is a level 1? Or maybe I'm being too hard. Maybe Noelle is that damn strong. Again, I'm thinking level 1 should be captains, level 0 should be wizard kings. You know what I'm saying? The leader of it all. So your thoughts on that. Also, how did you feel about the battles that we had going on with, Noelle and Finral and Mimosa versus Gaja and Asta and Nero, which Nero really she kind of just provided assistance. She didn't really, you know what I'm saying, against the water elemental and possibly the princess inside. Do you think that they're crippled in terms of their strength, and that's why they want this devil, this demon from within Asta or his grimoire? And your overall thoughts and expectations for the future of Black Clover with, I want to say it's chapter 227 and beyond. Don't quote me, I might be off a number or two, but yeah, Black Clover getting more and more intense every week. Let's go! But that's all I have for this one though. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Hit that bell to get all notifications. And if you want to follow any of my other social media, links of course are in the description below. I'm Neverworld, and as always people, have an awesome day. And remember the golden rule. Anime and manga for life, boy. Have an awesome day. Peace in, and Heart Kingdom, show your stuff, because if this is all you got to offer, Asta and them are gonna go through you and slice through you like butter. Have an awesome one, people.
Enjoy the next ride, but I was the best ride. But I hope you know that